what is next for Jude Bellingham after the World Cup. The question is in the air, does he stay at Dortmund? Does he leave? What is going to happen with Jude Bellingham?
I mean, I don't think there's a person who is thinking he's staying at Dortmund beyond the summer. He'll stay for the season, obviously, but like, there is not a chance in hell that he is staying. The World Cup is the greatest advert for a player in world football, and he's gone on there, and he's probably been England's best player this tournament. You know, in terms of every time I've seen, there isn't a thing I think he's bad at from a midfield perspective. The way he carries the ball, the way he wins the ball, you know, his decision making. He's so aware of what's going on, who to pass to. Like, he's the full package. As a midfielder, he probably can play 10. He's played wide before. He can play deeper. Mm-hmm. Like, there isn't a club in the world that wouldn't try and snatch out Bellingham right now if they had the funds. And you know, I think the biggest clubs in the world are definitely right now trying to sort their finances out for the summer to try and get him in.
He's so young, and he's arguably one of the best players at this World Cup, maybe in the world at the moment. He's on the top of his game, and obviously, yeah, man of the match last night. It was essential in the first 2 goals. It was brilliant to cut it back to Henderson. It was great in the second goal with the build-up, just superb. He's such a powerhouse travelling with that ball. But yeah, obviously, I think he's bound to leave Dortmund. Dortmund have done him well. Dortmund have done that for the last couple of years, you know, or for most of their history, actually. I mean, Erling Haaland, you look at all the players that, unfortunately for their fans, go on to bigger, better things as well. And Jude Bellingham will undoubtedly do that, really.
I think, realistically, the 2 in England which have been heavily linked are Liverpool and City. You then got, like, and then beyond that, you just kind of have to do, it's just guesswork, you know, like the PSG, the Madrids.
I think everyone wants Bellingham.
Let's be honest,
you know?
United are up there.
United are up there.
United will be coming. I think Arsenal haven't been linked, but I think we should be, if we're serious about a title charge, we should be trying to snap players like that up. And, you know, in terms of finances, there's probably only 10 clubs in the world that could probably pull this deal off. And
what, because of his wages?
Because, you know, with a release clause like that, you know,
they're going
to want. It's, you know, when you sign a player on a free, they get more wages because you haven't had to pay them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's going to be like that. Like, you've probably paid a third of what his actual value is, realistically.
Maybe a quarter.
In the current market, he could be 150, 160. Like, genuinely, it's one of the. I don't like saying massive statements, you know, for the sake of it. But Bellingham is one of the best players I've ever seen play football. Like, genuinely, at his age, at 19, is there a player that's been better at the age of 19?
I don't think there has. Maybe a young Kylian Mbappe.
Maybe a young Kylian Mbappe.
But midfield-wise, yeah, you're right. I mean, we could probably...
from a midfield perspective, Messi was amazing at 19. He's probably better than Bellingham was. But is there a better midfielder? Like, I feel like he's an experienced 30-year-old.
There isn't. But also, I don't know why we're just centralising this around the Premier League.
Right. No, I think it's because he's English, and we want to see him in the Premier League. We want to see him.
We want to see him in the Premier League, and undoubtedly he will be in the Premier League at some point in his career.
Probably.
Because it will be a travesty if he never plays in the Premier League.
Yeah.
That would just be outrageous. Arsenal, for one, are not big enough to sign Bellingham yet. They're just not. We might be. I wouldn't
say not big enough.
We're not big enough.
I'd say we're not financially capable of it.
No, we're financially capable of it. I think we could.
I think we're bigger than Man City.
We've saved a lot of money, but right now, Arsenal's pool is not big enough to get Bellingham.
If we win a Premier League, what about then?
Possibly.
Yeah, if you win the league this season.
If we win the league,
even then, we don't have a big enough pool for Bellingham. It could be.
I'd argue winning the most competitive league in the world is a pool.
We still don't. Yeah, but that is still not a bigger pool as Man City, who could continuously destroy the Premier League.
Man City having all the funds they do, losing the title to a team which isn't bigger than them.
And they've done that before. And then what? They go and sign Haaland. They go and sign Mahrez. They go and sign all the other best players in the world. It doesn't really affect them. They still have that pool because they know they've got an insane manager in there and consistent funds to back that with consistent success.
This is why Man City need to be cut for funding, because they lost the title to Liverpool and they still sign players because they've got Pep. I'm just saying, for the sake of football, FIFA needs to get involved and cancel Pep's contract.
That's a different conversation, and two,
you didn't want to make this Premier League central.
That's the thing. Like with Man City, like it's happened for years with. So do you not think big players wanted to play under Sir Alex Ferguson, for example, at United?
Yeah, they did.
Exactly. The players want to play under Pep.
They were always competitive. Like,
players want to play under Pep.
Players want to play under Pep.
So it's not necessarily about financial fair play or whatever. It's that is a pull in itself, having Pep Guardiola.
I don't want to see him at City because City just have so many stars. I want Bellingham to be like the guy.
I think Madrid are lining up. My club, my pick is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Modric and Kroos are getting on, okay? They're going to have to find
100%.
They're superb and they'll last for another 1 year, maybe 2, but they're going to have to find a replacement for that. Can you imagine the potential of midfield of Valverde, Camavinga and Bellingham? That is unreal, and realistically for 43 million, and they can back up the wages, and they do have the pool of winning. He's guaranteed the Champions League if he goes there. He's probably guaranteed a La Liga. He is guaranteed.
He is.
No,
Why even looking at me like that?
guaranteed a Champions League.
He is guaranteed.
It's Real
a Champions
You
Madrid.
can't guarantee a Champions League. I mean, sure they will compete. You can't guarantee that.
I'm pretty sure you could. I'm pretty sure they've probably got some kind of statistic within.
I'd fancy them
every
to win the
single-
Champions League within the next 5 years, 100%. But you can't guarantee those things.
Oh, right, okay, I am guaranteeing it.
I'll guarantee La Liga because Barca.
I think Champions League's more likely than La Liga. Anyway, Real Madrid, they need to shore up their attack a little bit, and realistically, they need to maybe replace Benzema. They will be able to do that. I think Bellingham's going to Madrid. I don't see him going to an English club just yet.
There's another thing with Real Madrid that I've found that it's really weird, but every World Cup they sign one of the biggest players at the competition. 2002 they signed Ronaldo. 2006 Cannavaro. 2010 Khedira, Özil, Di Maria. 2014 Kroos, James Rodriguez, Navas. 2018 Courtois. Here we are.
It speaks for itself, realistically.
I think
mean,
also, if you look at the way they're signing players, like they are signing so many young players.
Yep.
It fits with everything.
But with Madrid as well, it probably also comes down to how much who do they want, Mbappe or Bellingham, and what can they afford? If they can afford both, fair enough, go for it. Is that
I reckon
allowed?
they
Maybe
could.
not. But like,
I reckon they could sign both.
I mean,
I think they could.
with what happened last year with Mbappe, I heard a rumour which was straight after, obviously, because he was set to go to Real Madrid, everything looked like it was going to happen, and then he went last minute, signed the contract, and Madrid were apparently so annoyed, they just went, right, we are never going to sign him, we are never going to give you this opportunity again, we hope you rot in Ligue 1. It was that kind of anger, like, from them. But really, and
I don't think that's stupid.
I'd argue Bellingham's more important than signing.
Really, I don't think so.
I think midfield's more important than attack.
I mean, we're not talking about Mbappe here,
Well,
realistically.
no, but
And again,
I think, considering the release clause, one deal is definitely more easy to pull off.
Again-
And also the other deal wouldn't involve a release clause.
I think that is another conversation.
it's another
which
conversation
I'm
we can
gonna-
have another day.
I'm going to disagree with initially, but for their image, Mbappe is bigger. But regardless,
Oh, yeah.
I think he could go to Madrid. Maybe Bayern will snap him up as well. Bayern haven't got the pull that they do recently.
No.
I'm very terrified he goes to PSG because that is just boring.
Oh,
I can't stand that.
That'd be a disgrace.
But they could do it. Realistically, they could very easily. But yeah, I mean, who are you going with? Isaac's going with Arsenal straight away.
No, I'm not going with Arsenal. I'd love Arsenal to just put a cheeky
So
bid
would
in.
I. All right, let's get this.
Everyone
cleared up. I
wants
love
their
that.
I
club.
think everyone wants them. I think, all the big six are going to want to try one. I think I'm worried he might just... I really just want to see him in the Premier League.
Yeah, I do.
Not a rival, but like, I just need to see him every week.
Not at a rival. So,
Yeah.
so basically, you want him to sign for Crystal Palace,
Whoever he goes to is going to be a rival. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
whether
Okay,
you like it
not
or
like
not.
a team I really, really hate. So as much as I don't want him to play for City, I'd rather that than like Liverpool.
I couldn't stand that. If you
I know I wouldn't stand it because that's almost a guaranteed Premier League.
Where
what
do
they've
you
got already.
think that
I
Bellingham's
think-
going?
I really want him in the Prem. I don't know why. I just can't see it just yet. As much as I want him, and I think Ashley's right. I think he's not going to go. He's going to leave Bundesliga for sure because I think he needs to move leagues to challenge himself further. And yeah, I think Real Madrid would just work so much with their model and the way they're signing all these stars. They've got Camavinga, they've got Tchouaméni. They're signing all these young midfielders, and then he is just the starlet. And they would have a three-man midfield of Camavinga, Tchouaméni, and Bellingham, which realistically, I mean, theoretically could last in 10 years, but I don't think it would with Bellingham. I think Bellingham would probably stay there maybe 4 years, 5 years, and then just go, right, I've had my fun. Now, Premier League.
I mean, I think we said we would want everyone would want them at their club,
Yeah.
and we haven't really spoke about. I know we sort of moved away from Premier League, but can we quickly speak about United before I say who I think he's going to go to? Because in my opinion, with the new owner situation, if Man United get new owners before the summer, how do you make a statement signing and really go, hey, we're here to change things. We want to win titles. We want to win things. The thing you do is, I mean, we have a lot to change at the club anyway, but one of the main things you should do as the new United owners is buy a big name player to really make that statement to the fans. And I think there is no one in the world bigger of a signing for Man United than Jude Bellingham would be.
It's perfect for Manchester United, but I don't think a player of Bellingham's talent and his potential is about to go and start arguably the biggest move of his career to be someone's statement to show that they are a big club. That's not what's going to happen.
No, because
Bellingham's going to go to an established big club at the moment, okay, that's doing well at the moment. I'm not saying Man United want to be an established big club.
Man United obviously have a pull because Man United are probably one of the biggest probably one of the biggest clubs in the world, if not the biggest. And you've got that, PR, you've got all the finance in the world from all your support, and obviously you're always going to have a great pull. But in terms of Bellingham taking the decision, this big decision for the next move in his career, I don't see him making that move because it's not a guarantee whether you're going to challenge for the title.
Yeah,
I think you've got an upward trajectory for sure, but it's not a guarantee whether or not you push for titles within the next 2 years. And I think he's going to want to be in that kind of area of life.
You've got to think what are Man United selling to Bellingham as much as what is Bellingham selling to Man United. Fair enough, all right. Yeah, they're persuaded. But what are Man United actually selling to Bellingham?
Well, he's not just a statement signing either. He wouldn't just be a statement signing for United because Man United have a lot more younger players. We're signing a lot of players that have potential to be good, and we have a journey to go on. We have a let's be honest, a young manager, but a very good manager in Ten Hag. I think Man United is an upward, we're going up.
You are going up, but
and
I think
to make a signing like Bellingham, I don't think we're going to sign him. Let me put it out there. I do not think we're going to sign him. But in my opinion, if you want to make a statement as a new owners and really show, hey, we want to get this club somewhere, that's a signing you make.
I agree with you. I just don't think you've got the pull for Bellingham right now. I think Arsenal have got a bigger pull for Bellingham right now.
I think Arsenal do have a bigger pull purely because we're in a title race, but there's two clubs who I think are in it in England, and that is Liverpool and City. Because
I don't think Liverpool are in it as much as you think.
I think Liverpool. No, but the thing is, I think Liverpool have already made contact a few times. I think they tried to get him in the summer and they didn't. And I think because of that, they're already probably on the list.
You're forgetting that Man United have made contact for years. We've been scouting him since he was at Birmingham.
I know. It's just I don't see Bellingham looking for a project right now.
Yeah.
He had a project at Dortmund. They had young players. That is kind of where Dortmund are at.
I don't think Dortmund is a project.
I think Dortmund is a project. It's just a project which always gets cut halfway.
It's a project. It's a project for a player's career, solo rather than the team.
And wouldn't that just be what it is? I mean, no, because Dortmund are trying to catch back the title.
That's true, though.
No, Dortmund are trying to catch back the title. It's not true. Dortmund is a project. Dortmund is trying to defeat Bayern Munich, and they're doing that by trying to, slowly bring in young players.
They're not doing it. But
they're trying to, but they're slowly bringing in young players. Their squad is always full of young talent, similarly to how Manchester United are. They both need to redeem themselves in their league. I don't really see the difference between Dortmund and Manchester United. Apart from the fact that Dortmund are better, I don't see the difference. I
strongly disagree with that.
I don't. Man United have got no pull on Bellingham whatsoever. Okay, he's not going. He's going to
be aggressive. May I just say?
He's just not.
I don't rate the Bundesliga. I think United are a better side than Dortmund. I think if Dortmund come in the Premier League, I don't think they finish top 2.
Are you mad?
Top 3.
No, okay, not top 3, top 2.
I don't think they finish top 4.
Their defence.
They're doing better than Man United this season.
Their defence is not amazing. I don't think they're an amazing side. I think the fact that they bottle it year after year after year after year after year makes them one of the.
Dortmund are a selling club. Let's bring someone in and push them away.
You're not far off that, mate. You're not far off that at the moment.
That's not what Man United are.
Dortmund are the biggest stepping stone in world football. That's
yeah, exactly.
They are.
Man United are not that. The fact that you're comparing Man United.
No, fully. I don't know why I'm backing United.
We didn't bring Anthony in to sell him. We didn't bring Sancho in to sell him.
Maybe that was a little bit hasty, but the situation between Dortmund and Manchester United right now is too similar for Bellingham to be attracted to that. Bellingham wants to win titles now. He wants to go on. He wants to have one of the best careers ever in football. He's not going to Manchester United right now. This is not happening.
I literally said. He's not going to Man United.
I literally said I don't think he's going to go to Man United.
Right.
But I think.
And then you went, I'm going to take that as an insult. United are the worst team in the world. Dortmund are clear.
Ridiculous.
No, I hate Manchester United.
Yeah,
clearly.
I hate Man United as well. But
it just for a split second outraged me for a little second.
For a little second,
might be going to
for about a minute, you kind of went. That's the kind of rampage I usually go on. I thought.
No, realistically, that's been built up for about 5 years. Manchester United convincing all their players that they should go to Manchester United, and really, they're rubbish. But yeah, the fact that they still have that pool just still outrages me, and I don't want to see Bellingham go there.
Well, my pick for where Bellingham is going is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I do
Well,
think.
it's fair to
So
say-
we're all agreed.
It's fair to say, for the first time ever, I have won the discussion